If there was ever a time to have the cock destroyers as your backdrop, it would be now. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Those Other Queens. I am here with a very special guest. He's as queer as I am, but everything my parents wanted me to be. DR.RANJ.
Hey, I brought some friends.
I know. I was hoping that you'd have two assistants, nurses.
They are my very capable nurses, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for making time and showing up. I was just telling you, I think it's very groundbreaking that we're two QPOCs talking about our favorite reality show, Drag Race.
Yes, it's about time too.
Yeah, it's really great. So we're back in the episode. Everyone's coming back in, and horror's heated that Veronica was not on the bottom. Everyone's shocked that GINNY'S left. So we get a message from RuPaul saying, due to the rapid influx of coronavirus globally, the queens have to sashay away. So I thought, who best to have than a doctor on this week's recap?
Yeah, as coronavirus is ravaging the drag rooms, you bring me in, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just really need you to check my symptoms. Do you have a rectal thermometer?
Look, no hands.
That isn't the first time. So how was your quarantine? Like, obviously you're a doctor, you must have been really busy.
So I work part-time in the NHS, and then the rest of the time I try to do everything else that I've crammed into my life. But I've been very fortunate, I've got to say. You know, we heard about some of the queens, especially the ones from Scotland, talking about it in the episode, that some people just haven't been able to work, full stop.
Yeah.
And there's been no recourse to any kind of support, particularly if you work in the arts. Yeah. And I think that's really sad, but I count myself very fortunate because I have a job that I can fall back on times like this. I didn't really expect we were going to end up in this position, but so quarantine for me has been variable. The first one was kind of therapeutic because it made me slow down. The second one, I kind of just knuckled down much like everyone else. The third one has been tough. Yeah. It's been tough, but I'm lucky I get to work.
What's a job?
What's a job?
My mom calls me.
You don't have to work anymore. Let me. That's why.
I know,
Some of us got 3 jobs. You don't even have to work anymore.
My mom calls me every week, going, "When are you going to get a job? When are you going to get a job?" And says, "I know someone who's hiring at Heathrow Terminal 5." And I was like, "Mom, just let me be on lockdown right now." And I also was on that.
What? What?
Anyway, so yeah,
she's just looking out for you.
I completely agree with you and echo what you're saying. Like, I think people underestimate and don't realize the performance arts and how they are aplenty and people's go-to for the weekends and activities, especially when you're a tourist. But as soon as a global pandemic occurs, or as soon as anything shifts in the world, the first thing to go is the creative arts. And I think it's important for us to support them. I think it's super interesting as well to see that this is one of the only seasons of Drag Race, I think globally, that will ever have a pre-pandemic and a pandemic episode or even season.
It's mind-blowing. And like, there's a 7-month gap between filming. And I remember during that gap, I was, I started dance classes with Michelle Visage, and we would talk about it. And I remember her going straight back in, and she was right. She's like, everyone's going to look completely different. Everyone's going to come back and you're not going to recognize who they are. And actually, some of them, you didn't recognize who they are. They had a little bit of work. But it was interesting that they had an opportunity that nobody ever has done before to go away, calm down, let it bed in, and come back fighting.
Yeah, upgrade, finesse, like. Speaking of that, some notable people, Sister comes back with a whole new personality surgery. It was the gusto that she walked in with. I was like, okay, someone must have shown you some rushes and you saw for those episodes. Because you come back with a redemption story.
Yeah, and too right. I mean, a lot of them came back with a newfound bravado. Tia especially came back and said, right, do you know what? I'm not going to be the queen of basic anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
May have not quite played out how she wanted to.
I love you, Team Tia.
Spoiler alert. But it was, you know, some of them came back with some oomph. some of them not quite so much. And it was interesting when they brought back some of the other queens who then potentially got another chance.
Yes, exactly. So there was like a complete reset where like what you thought was in existence is not really. This is the beauty of reality television. Things can change. I mean, Veronica's died, and
Veronica's dead.
Veronica's dead.
She's not dead. Everyone, she's not dead. She's not dead. She's not dead.
He is very much alive and well.
Oh,
he is very much on Instagram right now, making sure people are asking.
I was a little gagged when Rue came out and said she's not coming back.
Yeah,
I had potential.
I had no, in the realm of possibilities for Drag Race UK, I did not think they would bring a Shangela moment in to season 2. Did not. I was like, there's too much drag to explore in the UK. There's too much turf to like identify. Like you won't get rid of a queen. But I think it's a brilliant thing to do because it allowed the other queens an opportunity to come back. Are you happy that Joe Black came back?
Well, meet Joe Black. Meet Joe Black.
Joe Black.
Do you know what? It was
very next day.
There was part of me that was really pleased because this is the reason that Queens voted for her, was because she never got a chance, I feel like, to show what she could do.
Yeah.
And so in that respect, it was good to have her back. And it was like, yes, give her another chance. She's like the pork chop of season 2, isn't she? Like, bring her back, let her do her thing, because she never got a chance. But there was a tiny part of me, not even a tiny part, there was a significant part of me that wanted Astina back.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Astina seemed like they had reduced their ego a bit, and also like Astina was kind of sleepwalking through the whole competition, not by choice. Obviously, like we know now that they was suffering from mental health issues and different circumstances, but it's a situation where like I have nothing but support and pride in Astina, and I would love to see them shine.
And so I've seen her perform.
Yeah,
she is so good.
Yeah, I saw her.
It was a shame not to see that.
Oh my God, I completely agree with you. And it was one of those things where I'm glad that as a unit, the group decided to bring back one of the queens who didn't have a fair run and also was a legend, icon, and star. So like it's out of respect. It's like you like women and children and Joe Black on the boat.
yeah, that was all. I mean, she got her chance. She got her chance, and you know what? It was what it was.
Yeah. So basically, Rue comes in and says, we're going to do a Rue revision.
Because it couldn't get any gayer.
Do they have a pun master, like someone who literally sits and like has to come up with all these puns every episode?
There must be. I don't think Rue does it right. I don't think Rue does it for us. Same when they're critiquing the runways, you know, where they're coming out with the puns. Yeah. I sit at home and make my own up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when Taste came out in that number, I said she's a hot mesh. Come on. That was obvious. How did nobody get that?
That's really cute because it borderlines dad joke, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Dad joke?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And
everyone.
And when Ellie came out, I said, "Bring back my goal."
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. See, I was watching the show.
Never mind. I'm just gonna sit here like Bernie.
Okay, so we'll get there. I have a lot of praise, and I've noted the fact that you like to participate in class. Great. So we have the teams divided. We have Joe Black leading a team, and we have Lawrence leading a team. Lawrence does not sing, does not dance, does not move. And I think Lawrence is the one who looked like he really enjoyed his COVID, and like he just came back being like, "Sup, here's my suitcase." I was sleeping and someone let me back in this room.
Literally, Lawrence packed everything up, put it in the suitcase, and literally brought the same suitcase back. And I'm like, here I am, same hair and everything. I was like, Lawrence, you've had 7 months and your hair looks exactly the same. but I totally get it, because Lawrence was like, you know, she hasn't been able to work. So
yeah, absolutely. And like some of them were working, but then everyone was panicking during the pandemic. It was I remember I was going out, but also I felt like I shouldn't be. I didn't know what to do, what not to do. Like I was supposed to throw Hungama on March 21st, which was the day of UK lockdown. It was the biggest one I've ever thrown. And like, I was like, we've got to shut it down. We can't have like the headlines read like Queer South Asian Night spreads COVID faster than we thought.
I really want to come to one of those nights, by the way. I'm gutted. I haven't had a chance because there's always been something that's clashed. And I was like, oh, then the pandemic hits, and I was like, great.
We'll get you to host one.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay.
DR.RANJ. You can do a little DJ set with your set.
Oh no.
We do old school Bollywood as well.
What you trying to say?
I can't. I can't. This is so much fun. Okay, then we digress. We have the performances and the rehearsals. What are your thoughts on the two teams? So we have Joe Black's team, and then we have Lawrence's team.
So, I mean, they were in different leagues. I'm sorry, they really were in different leagues. There were the UK King Dolls, who I thought were pretty amazing.
Yeah.
If I say so. They were slick, their outfits were great, their verses were brilliant. Yeah, they came out and I mean, Bimini's legs doing this, and it was just everything.
It felt, this is when I think the UK is really good at being a hot mess if they do it well. And like, it was like, everybody thinking about the Proctor stories and whether or not they'll manage to achieve a level of notoriety in that respect. And like, they were such an eloquent hot mess. Like at the end when Bimini's like, someone do a death drop, I was just like, yes, that's what we're here for. This is like really well curated improvisation.
Yeah, own your mess. If you're messy, own it and run with it, and that's what we love. Whereas on the other hand, with Banana Drama, the best thing about them was their name.
Yeah, true. And then they came in, and I was like, oh, this is the losing team, and now we have to watch them for 3 minutes lose.
And I wasn't. It was just. It was doomed from the start. It really.
Yeah, and then you have this like pathos with sister like with this whole new look and new teeth and just like really trying to nail it. You have Ellie Diamond who's like there.
Do you know what she tried though. She is the youngest queen, we're going to remember that. She is the youngest queen, but I didn't like her outfit. It was the color of dog vomit, as Graham said. It wasn't great. I thought Tia was good, actually. I actually thought Tia was good. I have a soft spot for Tia.
I'm team Tia. I even bought T-shirt basic. You can get it online. I think Tia is incredible because like Tia is some completely confident, and what I think is really important, which is a lesson that we should be giving to the next generation of queers, is that like just don't be fazed by anybody. If people are going to call you basic, perform to the best ability that you have. And if you're going to be on the show and you're going to be on the bottom, have fun, be witty, be intelligent. And be fun. Like that's just life is too short.
And that's exactly what she does. And I think that's why she keeps being rescued whenever she's in the bottom, is that she owns that. She takes it and says, right, I'm going to rip this to shreds and actually make something out of it. And I loved Joe. I thought Joe was brilliant.
Yeah.
Because I thought, it's so good having you back. You know, this is what you didn't get a chance to show. It's just a shame about their outfit their outfit got red to filth.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever seen RuPaul have an aneurysm.
RuPaul said "fuck," and I was like, "What?" It's like
when your mum says no fucking H&M. And I was like,
I want to see no fucking H&M. I was like,
public service announcement.
Burn it. We can't wear it anymore.
I fully endorse RuPaul saying don't get H&M. No high street. Okay, ethical, sustainable, support independent designers. That is a lesson to be learned here. But okay, so how did you feel about the runway? The theme was seaside. We had some quite iconic.
I loved Bimini came out first. Amazing outfit, amazing. Which is why I think Bimini is one of the leading queens in this show.
Yeah,
surprise every time. She's punk, but she comes out looking like glamour above anything else we've seen in that show.
She's high fashion as well. Like she's the epitome of like a mixture of Gareth Pugh and Lee McQueen. Like
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she reminds me a little bit. She's like a Vivienne Westwood. That's the vibe she gives me. She exudes that, which is so British, so punk, but so high fashion. Loved her. Loved Tace's look, the hot mesh. Freaking hell, mate. Tace can do no wrong in my eyes. Lawrence Chaney, the floater, was brilliant. Absolutely, but you got to love Lawrence. Come on, you have to love that.
Again, Lawrence walks a really fine line of arrogance, and I think he's arrogant in a loving way. I think I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a Leo, and I do have an ego as well. I definitely love to suck the air out of the room for fun, but it's a situation where like you got to learn when to let other people do it, and you got to learn when to just like
Yeah.
give other
Yeah.
people their
Yeah.
space. And I feel
Yeah.
like Lawrence.
Yeah. Ryan, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Let me talk. Yeah. I'm joking.
It's like he's here. I've just been by myself in isolation.
Sorry, you were saying.
I don't know what I was saying. I'm talking to Dr. Ranj.
You know, the last one I have to talk about is Ahura.
Yeah.
Now, Ahura's come back with what seems like a heart, actually. She grew a heart in lockdown. Wow, who'd have thought? Because she came in first time round, all guns blazing, a little bit.
Sure.
I can't even see my hands there because
Yeah.
the cock destroyers are blurring my hands out. And this time round, I feel like she's come back. She's softer. She's grown as a person a bit. And I mean, her eyebrows were up to here, which I was all over. I thought that was brilliant. But yeah, and her outfit was great. A little bit of tension between her and sister. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, well,
but yeah,
come in with something to prove, and if you're going to prove something, be original. Don't like. There's no way in hell that they were in that workroom and they did not see that costume. Like,
exactly.
As someone who has experienced reality television as well as yourself, like, you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. You do know what people are bringing to the table. And if you're going to have a gap like that, I would think that it's an unwritten rule to just not step in someone else's territory.
No. Be original.
Yeah, but also like benefit of the doubt. Maybe sister and sister had no idea. But I just think with the gusto and the gumption that she came in with, like, I'm going to prove everyone wrong. I didn't like the way I was, has now made her inauthentic. And with Ahura, she found her authenticity. So you have a yin yang situation happening. And I saw a bit of that heart shrivel up a bit when Ahura was like, she stole my outfit, but who wore it best? Everyone's like, we know.
You can't get rid of Ahura completely. She's still in there.
I mean, I love a transformative storyline, and I think that Ahura is incredible. I don't know Ahura personally. I've spoken to Ahura through the run of the show, and it's a situation where like the vulnerability that I've seen on the show is like something to be commended. Like, I think we don't talk about people who are so isolated in their own minds that they become the villains in society, and it's like, so I think this is really cool.
We've got to remember that we are not seeing every aspect of Ahura. Like, same as the other queens, we're not seeing every aspect of their personalities. You're seeing 60 minutes of a show which is only going to show them in a certain way and show certain parts. So we can't really judge who they are as people. But what we do and what we can do is judge the character they play on the show, and they are playing characters. And I think Ahura is beautiful. Her drag is incredible, and she's really cute as a guy as well. And Taste seems to think so too. They're flatmates. Sure, honey, housemates. That's what I used to tell my mum. Yeah, it's just my housemate.
Yeah, I was in London for 10 years.
Yeah, we live in a 1-bed flat. Yeah.
We're good friends, Mum.
Really good friends. Yeah, we top and tail.
Exactly. Don't put the part in the house. Like, that's his stuff. Okay, so
I love those
people to discuss on the runway. We have Ellie, Tia, sister, and Joe. What did you think about Ellie's outfit?
I have to agree with what Graham said, was that it was verging on costume. Was it fancy dress? I think what Ellie did was great. The face and the hair, brilliant. Neck down, it kind of looked a little bit costumey, a little bit fancy dress. And I thought she could have executed that in a totally different way and made it a lot more drag. But kudos to her for thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that Ellie's outfit wasn't the best. It was definitely the most creative. But I think that because there were people whose outfits lagged, she wasn't on the bottom. But I definitely think that it wasn't what we hope Drag Race to be in terms of finesse. What did you think, Tia? We love you, Tia, before we shade you. We
love you, Tia. Tia knows I love her because I used to go and watch her down at a local pub, which was the Two Brewers in Clapham.
Yeah.
So when they were talking about it, I was like, she doesn't wear that in Two Brewers. Anyway, I got what she was doing. I got what she was trying to do. I just think it just didn't hit the mark. if you're gonna be an ice cream, bitch, be an ice cream. Be an ice cream. Like big fucking massive walking with a massive flake.
Yes.
Like beat people with the flake.
Yeah.
Like, she should have had a fish. What do you call it? Fishtail dress that comes
down. The mermaid. We should have designed.
It's got to be a mermaid. Like you've really got to go for it and then literally spray everyone with ice cream, for crying out loud.
She kind of looked like a coffee filter. It was like coffee filter, whipped cream, and then someone.
Yeah.
Bless you. Yeah. Bless. But the makeup and the jewelry upgrade. I clocked the upgrade.
Yeah, there was, but the jewelry was hidden by the dress, so I don't think the jewelry was necessarily required. But she should have gone big. What was that thing about with the underwear?
No, Ron, seriously, it's like she had the consultation for the outfit on Zoom and never worried about the bottom. It's like she was worried from here to here. And she's like, yeah, no, I think we look great. Like, never saw the back, never saw the bottom. So maybe she's the only one who did play by the rules and was in isolation when she was planning that outfit.
Yeah, bless her. She tried. I got where she was coming from. It just didn't hit the mark.
Yeah, I will never throw shade at Tia Coffee Queen. I think she's carrying the competition.
We still love you, Tia. We still
love you. We'll always love you. I'll buy another t-shirt in white.
Yes.
So we love Lawrence's outfit. Sister came out looking like a mashup of Ellie and Ahura. I thought. I felt like it was.
Yeah, having seen Ahura's outfit, I felt like Sisters was like the cheaper cousin. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, cheaper cousin. Oh no, when you go to Walmart and there's like the Halloween costume section, and you're like, oh, maybe the little one should dress as a fry.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's basically what I do. Yeah. I'm the cheap cousin. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly.
It was. She set herself up for a fall with that outfit. She shouldn't have done that. She had an opportunity to do something different. It just didn't work. And what was that big red blob thing that was supposed to be a blob of ketchup, wasn't it, on the side?
Honestly, I don't know. I find myself having to go back, so I'm very grateful it's on iPlayer.
Yeah.
Sorry, sister.
It's just sorry.
I think I'm building some sort of animosity because of the fact that she came in with a vengeance, and I don't know at who.
But just bear in mind, let's see what she does next. So she has now a chance to redeem herself and live up to that bravado that she's come in with.
But I just feel like it's a recipe for disaster if you come in with a whole new set of outfits and a whole new perception of how you're going to. When you play to the camera, you lose your genuine nature. Like if you start,
True.
I think Ahura and Taste and Bimini are people who know, like Bimini's a dancer and a performer, and Taste is like very, very well versed in like hip hop and R&B and choreography. And then you have Ahura, who's a fashion designer. Like we know how things are seen. And I think with Sister, like she's trying to play in that league, and it's going to ultimately be her demise.
Yeah. I fear you may be right.
I love being right.
I'll give you that one. Okay, fine.
Thank you. Anyway, that's the end of the show, guys.
Okay. Well, see you later then. Yeah, bye.
So the bottom two are announced. We have Tia and Joe. Tia's a bit gutted that she's on the bottom again. She generally never saw it coming. Joe probably didn't think that he'd have an opportunity to lip sync again.
Well, I was gutted for Joe. I don't think Joe deserved to be in the bottom. I was in their performance. I got Joe's character. Okay, they didn't like the dress, but I got Joe's character. He was the older, quirky one who was slightly like out of sync with the others. I mean, they were all out of sync with each other in that performance. Yeah. It was ridiculous. But I got the character, and the outfit on the runway was brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. The ice cream smashing thing was great. So I don't think Joe deserved to be in the bottom. And the sad thing is with Joe, he's not a all guns blazing performing queen. He's a little bit more cabaret. And yeah, it was never going to be like funny saying that. Tia's not really a all legs thingy, but she does it and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tia's just flailing around like a kid who's taken too many, I don't know, iron burrs.
M&Ms.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking too many Skittles. That's what it was. It was just, she literally does. And it's quite, this is where I think Tia owns the basic and just makes fun of it. And it becomes funny because Tia made you laugh.
Yeah.
And that's what saved her.
Yeah. Well, Tia's the star and Joe Black is a relic in a beautiful way. Like admirable. I think it's admirable, cherished. Like everyone knows.
Really shady up in here for a second.
I'm sorry, but I understand why this has happened. Sorry, Joe. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me.
Joe, we love you. I love you. She doesn't. Relic?
I don't know where it's coming from.
I never heard the word relic being used in a good way.
I don't know.
Vintage.
We're like elevate.
Joe is vintage. Joe is vintage.
Okay. Sorry. Noted for next time. There's not going to be a next time. Because you're gone, girl.
Yeah.
Don't go back.
Oh, I was gutted that Joe came back and ended up back in the bottom two. I think that was sad, but just goes to show, I think, is that she got her chance. She got a chance. She got to show what she could do. It just wasn't right for the show.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I do think Joe Black is an incredible drag queen, and like everyone unanimously knew that when they voted Joe back into the room. I think it was a shame that Joe was on the bottom, but Joe was wearing high street, and Tia was the best of the worst bunch. And I think her runway reminded them that she needed to pick it up, and so we are at that point. I think it's interesting to see Drag Race come to the present day, because we were up until this point we were watching something that was shot in the past, and most people knew that was the case. And I think now that they're able to reference COVID, they're able to like have that sort of injection of humanity that I think a lot of us have now, especially in the entertainment industry, because we all suffered and had to come down to our bare basics. I think it's wonderful. I think it's become really refreshing, and in a weird way, it's modernized itself. How do you feel?
Yeah. It's, the thing is, Drag Race, the whole workroom, everything feels so unreachable at the moment. It's so removed from reality that it kind of feels like it's planted itself back in reality now, and it's it's just had a new injection of life.
Yeah.
And you know, when they all came back in, it was exciting again. It was like they were coming back in for the first time, and I think that worked really, really well, and that was really refreshing to see that. Like you said, we've never seen that before. That's never happened before. I expect the rest of the season to be on a level up now.
Yeah.
They've had that time, you know, they went away, they've come back. They better be bringing their best shoes and their best drag, and, you know, they've got a chance now.
RuPaul says, no high street, and DR.RANJ says, I want the best, backed by the car.
I want the best shoes, bitch. I want your best shoes. I don't want your Sunday shoes. Well, actually, I want your Sunday shoes. The best shoes.
I want to go into
the ones you wear to church / temple / synagogue.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, whichever your faith is, they're all allowed and welcome.
Exactly.
Well, DR.RANJ, thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Those Are the Queens. I thank you for making time. I'm so glad I digitally get to see your face, and I cannot wait to give you a hug. Hangama.
Yes, definitely. As soon as you do it, I want you to WhatsApp me. I'm going to be there.
Oh, I'm going to text you all the time now. I have your number. Bye, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye.